We'll pick up live vision right now of Colapinto in full flow, slicing in the pocket, keeping it nice and tidy. What's he got for us here? He's got some speed. He fancies the look of a section down the line. Colapinto parks it and gets some cover, and then goes into an acrobatic athletic.
So Griff, I know you would have liked to go a lot further here in J-Bay, but give me a little bit of an insight. What were your goals with your surfing coming into this event?
My goals were really just put on a good show, and this wave is probably my favorite wave on tour, and yeah, I just really wanted to do really well. And yesterday I lost to Ian, and he just outperformed me, and the waves were really good, so it was a super hard pill to swallow. And yeah, I have some good takeaways, but yeah, I was so sad yesterday. It was a bummer.
Well, I have some news that might cheer you up, because your year so far, 4 finals, including a win at Surf Ranch, your year altogether is enough. You have clinched your spot in the WSL Final 5. Congratulations.
Wow.
Did you know that was coming?
I kind of did. Someone told me earlier, but I only found out this morning when I was in my living room. I was like with my brother and my dad, and we were kind of just like talking about, the stress that, thinking about being in the Final 5. And I honestly have like PTSD from the last 2 years of just barely missing out by like 100 points. And I got, 6th the year before, then 7th last year. So it's just, to do it now, it's freaking insane. And, I could go home and be a little more relaxed. So yeah, I was like almost started tearing up earlier last year when Kanoa ended up getting the score in Tahiti. It was a heartbreaker for me, and obviously amazing moment for him. But yeah, I'm over the moon.
As you should be. It's not the only news that I have for you either, though. You have also provisionally qualified for the Olympics in 2024. What does that mean to you?
Wow. How things can flip-flop just like that, huh? I know, I was so depressed yesterday. Yeah, those are my goals going into this year. My goals were to win 3 CT events, to make the Final 5, to qualify for the Olympics and win the world title. And pretty much, I won 1 CT event and now these, and so only thing left is to win the title. And yeah, it's just so cool to put it down on paper and now feel it all come to life. And yeah, I'm just so grateful, and sun's coming out, feels good.
You've manifested and worked for it all. Congratulations, Griffin. Let's take a look back at the year that has been so far for Griffin Colapinto.
I realize if I'm doing whatever is going to make me feel good right now, that's the best thing I could do for myself.
Griffin putting on a show today on finals day.
Our men's runner-up, Griffin Colapinto.
He's on the way to the final.
Colapinto just changed his career in one moment.
We're talking Griffin Colapinto time right now, baby. It is looking good.
Oh,
what?
my.
Are you kidding me?
Griffin is on a heater.
He is a star under pressure.
Griffin Colapinto has just taken out the victory at the Surf Ranch Pro. Griffin Colapinto clinches a spot in the Rip Curl WSL Final 5.
This is exciting, and Griffin, he is in the hot seat holding priority at the moment. There's not a lot between this heat at the moment. These two, as we see Griff on the offense.
Colapinto eases through that first car, steeper on the inside here, aims towards the lip, attacks the lip, gets the board right underneath his feet. One more time for Griffin, and plants that third turn.
As we see Griff take off, nice wave here, one of the more beautiful waves we've seen of this heat. Sizzling first carve here, and just perfectly timed. This is where it got hard. He went straight through the lip there and straight up again, hung on. Look how thick and wobbly that lip is. He was so happy with that.
It takes a lot of discipline to go from that first turn into a lip line floater turn like he just did. I don't even know what to call it. That was crazy, out of the sky surfing that he just did out of himself. And each wave, he just drops from like 5 feet above the bottom of the wave.
They were, and people are looking. And you gotta watch
all of a sudden you're like,
opponent.
oh, that's what I have to, that's the level I have to surf at today to beat Griffin.
Nat,
and it just gets in your head.
Jack, they were all in the water. Griffin, that was this morning.
There we go. More action here. Colapinto finds some room under priority. Overhead section with a ton of speed. The California digs in on the down carve. Back to the lip and crushes it. Hard off the bottom and hammers it shut. Colapinto is in a sweet rhythm today. Starting with Griffin's wave here, Strider. What did you see?
This is just money. Straight carving down the rail. They said they're looking at that, then goes to the lip line, and then this finish, bango, right through the lip, comes down with it. Perfect timing. I mean, I really enjoyed this wave because this first turn, he gets it up in the lip line, but then look at the carve out of it, right? He's pushing all the way through, finds more lip line, gets the fins up in there, and then drops out of the sky, and then he comes to this finish maneuver with timing, caresses the lip, finesses over the top, and comes back in. That, to me, is like beautiful surfing.
That one's going to take him down, and that leaves Griffin wide open. Big sweeping off the bottom to set up that wrapping cutback. Colapinto lets the fin slide on that lean back. Throws it vertically. Absolutely crushing his points on this wave. We'll carve it, and why not celebrate? Yeah, you...
Let's just let that surfing do the talking. I mean, like Pete said, he drove hard off the bottom, and then he tried to literally spray Jack right there. That was a grunt right at his opponent. Then he went straight to the lip line, throws the fins, and then he finishes off with a little gouge. You know, look at that. That was just straight out of the park, dude. That was a home run. Might even have been a grand slam.
Bam.
The variety, right? That's the one thing that is so cool about this wave. There's the carve, the layback snap, then he sets it up, the lip drift, right? So 3 separate styles of turns, and then that one there was just an underneath carve. But again, like almost vertical.
That's what I want to look. That's the way Jack would get back into this, is by going for those vertical climbs and the water bending in the barrel.
I am confident. I am powerful. I am fearless.
And I'm up on a wave. Griffin Colapinto off the bottom sets up that beautiful hook. What a rhythm he is in with Sunset Beach. Lays it into the pocket with authority. And now times the end. Take another look here, starting with Griffin's wave, Strider.
Yeah, this is under priority, so he's got nothing to lose. He's going to lay into it. Beautiful bottom turn, gouges the corner, whips it back into the power pocket, looking for lip line again. Rah, big layback jam, and then he's going to finish on the inside here in the lip line. Colapinto out the back, flies in off the top, almost looking for the 2, but then readjusts, sets the rail, and does a big gouge in the face. Beautiful top turn, and then throws it right back up into the lip. How did he come down with that? He literally got smacked backwards and came down with it. It was one of those things where I'm looking at just going, really? You're going to try and hit it that late? And he does. Pete, walk us through the rest of this wave.
Yeah, it's cat-like reflexes, really. I mean, then that arc, again, where you start driving it back into the pit like that, getting just a little bit behind. He pushed so hard on that one. It's so late getting to this one, up into the lip, and somehow he got punched in the guts and somehow was able to keep the board under his feet and pull it off. That was amazing. It was late, but truly amazing.
That was a wipeout that he pulled off. That was ridiculous.
Sitting above the peak here at Supertubos, we're watching Gabriel Medina go at it against Griff Colapinto. Here's a great looking meaty right-hander and pulling in nice and deep. Absolutely blasted out by a massive spin. Griffin.
One more time. Underneath it, just perfectly placed. But look at the spin. Unbelievable. Well, it's safe to say that he's going to turn the heat here.
Numbers get to come in for Griff Colapinto for this. He made it look easy. Does well just not to get blasted off there.
And you see what he...
And now Colapinto running after it. Quick speed check off the lip. He might be coiling up again. Another big full rotation. Griffin Colapinto rides out perfectly.
Yeah, this is a fun wave to kind of digest. As we see Griffin, he kind of goes for that speed carve off the top there, but he's really eyeing off this last section. I think when we look at his other waves, he almost had to manufacture the sections, where this one really gave him that open canvas. He kind of got to pick the maneuver that he wanted to do. It was a cleaner wall, not so wind affected, and he just goes straight for the full rotation. So you see Griffin, just look at that technique. He stays low in order to just ride through that white water and Maxime right there, front seat.
When you see any of these top line competitors, when they have a little bit of a slip up at the start, it often comes unstuck in a spectacular way.
Heat leader, Griffin Colapinto, looking sharp on rail. Little variety there with a slidey layback. Coming through here, smashes it. And just looking good.
And that's what I was really alluding to when I talked about how solid he looks. You know, when John goes up for those sort of funky lips where they're not clean, you know he's going to ride out of it, just like Griffin did then. Yeah, you got to love how smooth the face is on this one. Look at this. This is just creamy textured wave. And this move here, that's a money move. See, he's done 3 different moves already on this one, and then the finishing touches on a pretty difficult kind of section.
And he goes down, and Griffin Colapinto now gets an opportunity to really make him pay for it. Great start, rides that tail, and absolutely hammers the end section.
Oh, he's just picked up where he left off, and you can see the pace of Griffin surfing. It's just gone up a notch. The board looks amazing under his feet. He's in total control. He's just going wherever he wants to on the wave, doing whatever he wants.
Water, and it's like Griff is in a whole nother speed. He's got 99 on his jersey. He's maxing out right now.
Unbelievable. A lot of water coming off the rail, just accentuating the sides of those turns, Rich, and obviously the power that's put into each of them.
Yeah, I love this turn. Look, he gets a full tail release, a little coping grind there, but then re-engages the board, transitions straight into this turn, and the perfect choice of maneuver there. He didn't need to go to the air, didn't need to push it too hard, and just puts that exclamation point on the finish.
I agree, Rich. Yeah, he's been open about that too, learning a lot, even with board selection, traveling well in the CT. Colapinto picking up a wave with some size. How was that? Smooth vertical whip over the foam. End section, meets it with authority, rides out super clean, and there's the celebration for Griff, as he'll just get the lead change off Liam O'Brien.
That was the biggest end section we've seen in the competition so far. Griff took it on, and what a finish. So this is going to be a huge number, you've got to think.
How smooth he was on this one.
Totally, and he did something pretty unique, you know, came up from behind a foam climb, but really, look at this section standing up. Must have been a 12-foot wall in front of him. Tags it, and really in control as he got to the finish. You can see, look at that oncoming section, and from the aerial view, pounds it off the lip and projects out in front of it, staying away from all that dangerous whitewash behind him. And man, look how compressed he is. His knees were on his chest. Did so well to really ride out of it. Griff just letting some of the emotion fly.
I need to win titles. I need to win championships, because all he's thinking about is making it to lowers.
Rolling in now, Griffin Colapinto, holding priority for a long time, finally swinging on the open face. Great start for Griff. Fading cut back on the open face, needs more for the finish. Channels all that speed towards the beach. Great decision on the final maneuver for the Californian.
What a wave this is, Joe.
Such a great read, especially with that big first hook.
Yeah, and then he comes into the second one. Just a nice cut back there and sets up. He knows he's got to make this one. Gets up, gets in front of the foam ball, and super solid lightning speed. That first snap there puts the judges on notice that a big score is going to come in here, Joe. Love the finish here, but look at that start. Wow, he just brings the board right around, just beautiful body torque, technique to perfection. This second turn here, kind of a bit of a check turn, but he puts a bit on it, a little bit of spice. And this finishing turn here, gets up above and rides that lip out, uses the speed to get in front of that converging whitewater, and he loves it. And he knows if he doesn't go, John will.
You're also seeing the amazing paddle ability of Florence who is so far inside. Griffin takes this wave. Remember, needs just a 277. Unbelievable down carve from Griff. Sets up a nice blowtail in the end section. A big two-turn combo. Griffin says, thank you very much. Snake and Tommy applauding the effort. We'll get that lead change, and we're down to 4:10 to go.
Solid looking wave, big set wave for Griffin. That searing turn out of the top. Now a big fluffy section goes up early, Joe. Kind of, it's a layback jam, and this wave here is going to be a good score, Joe.
Big sweeping down carve and managed to get the finish with that carve and tail release. Whew, that was sweet to watch.
Oh, wow, this is good surfing. And look how early he goes up for this one. He knows that, the fin's completely released on that one. And then a difficult converging whitewaters, and he is giving thanks.
And here we go.
Griffin Colapinto with his first answer and his opening ride of the final. Beautiful snap to float, rides out right in transition with the bottom turn. Nice cruisy cut back to fill in that space well. Throws down the wrap and end section. He flows right through beautifully. What a start to the final.
You know, he was just obviously stoked for Kenora, but like to see Griff lose it by such a small margin. But here we go on this right-hander. Let's watch the master at work.
Well, he's up and riding. The young Californian from San Clemente. Off to a good start right here, up into the lip. A lot of spray on that one. Great flow so far from Colapinto. Airdrop into the barrel. Excellent positioning. Strider, how's this angle?
Oh, it looks like Friday Night Lights, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, all up in the lip. Bingo! One more. Christmas tree out the back. Raw! Big frontside gouge down into it. Another big sweep. We're talking Griffin Colapinto time right now, baby. And it is looking good.
Oh,
what?
my.
Are you kidding me? Drops the tail into the bowl. What's he got? Deep in the tube, driving. Where is he? There he is. What's he going to do above the lip? What? Come on! Griffin Colapinto, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this.
He is a star under pressure, and he performed at the right moment during this event.
Current number 4 in the world, knowing that there's a lot on the line for points on the WSL Final 5. He's missed out on it in 2 consecutive seasons by about 1 spot. This year's feeling a bit different. Great start, nice cool flow there. This is kind of where Yago went down, and he crushes that section. Already a positive performance from Griff. Nice backhand climb, fin ditch to show variety. Blasting the fins again, using that whitewater coping well. Big fan on the backside hack, so he's able to mix it up well. Blows the tail out in the hollow section. That was risky, unreal transition. Maybe one more move, backside blow tail, reverse, how you feeling?
High pressure moment for Griff. Can he pull it off? Needs a 6.17 for the lead. Felipe still has 2 rides left. Up and riding, the surfer from San Clemente. Great pace. Great snap right there, a lot of spray. You can see the way he's setting up on his board. Great attack, once again. Love the energy on this wave. Awesome stuff from Griffin up and over the section.
Oh, he surfed that section so well.
Another floater too. Wow, he's just on pace for a big score right here. This might be the best left he's ever surfed at the Surf Ranch, and that's exactly what he needs.
Nailing it, rail to rail. Whoa. Look at this.
Once again, combination. And Griff stalling for the barrel here.
Let him hear it.
Comes out into the throat tail reverse.
Can he pull it? Can he hang on? He's trying.
Oh, he can't, but did a lot of great work before that.
Oh, you gotta love it. That was, you thought rail to rail. Single rail, I love it. Off the bottom, just nailed it.
He's identified that the legs are throbbing, and that's what's going to happen out here. You know, on the end of each wave, you're going to really feel all that blood pressure. So let's see how he adjusts, shakes it off, and attacks this wave on the backhand. Opens up with a sweep, back into the corner for another push, and then goes vertical, slams it off the top. Nice buckets out the back. Gonna load up for this one, blows the tail out there. Nice. Again, good rhythm, beautiful pace so far. Here comes the tail again. There we go, floats over the whitewater, comes to this inside section, blows the tail out, gonna throw it around again right here. Yeah, that's what we like to see. Back up into that bowl. He's gonna go vertical again. He's gonna set up this inside corner, you guys.
Pulls right in. Thank you, Waz. Real deep. Griff has a lot of weapons on the end section. That's been reliable. Quick blow tail reverse. Friends and family zone lighting up with the excitement for Griffin Colapinto. Looking for his 3rd championship tour win of his career.
Crazy.
Run number 2. It's coming down to this. Griffin going for the lead. Needs an 8.13. Carve to start. Nice tight carve again. 3rd move. Snap to slide. Super smooth into the barrel. Automatic now after the last 2 days with that transition for Griff. Cool looking snap, belts it again, similar type of turn. Now he's heating up, 3rd dagger off the top, flowing through that 4th carve. Now he's found that magic rhythm, puts more into the tail drift. Hard carve to set up the barrel.
That was nuts.
Griffin looking calm. What has he got for a finish? Going for a nice frontside punt. He gets it.
A top spot. Meanwhile, Griffin Colapinto flying down the line again. Sees the ramp. A perfect front 5. No worries. Griffin Colapinto is on a different level right now than the rest of the surfers in the lineup.
The semifinal finishes are better, Chris. Look at the height, the variation, the speed that he integrated into this.
This kid's got pop.
And there's a saying, precision beats power and timing beats speed. And Griffin Colapinto really accentuated that in this heat.
Right behind him, Griffin Colapinto on a cleaner faced wave. Carves through there. Looking good on his mayhem. Double pump bottom turn. Lot of spray. Hacking all the way around. Colapinto weaving down the line, picking his spot. One more big hack for our defending champ. Griffin with a nice start in this quarterfinal. And a nice finish. Stares at the judges' tower, dares him to give him a good score.
2-wave set. Griffin did try to paddle hard to get inside position over Connor. Connor ended up with it. With that fall, though, momentum definitely with Griffin in that exchange. Just grabs the nose of the board and just almost looks like a different surf spot. How much smoother on the face is this wave? Those 2 turns on the outside, just beautifully done. Had to weave his way, but he's seeing down the line and realizing that this wave is going to load back up with some energy. There is that flat spot in the middle of this wave. That's why he's pumping down the line and then goes to these searing carves. One of the best. You know, he just looks so easily as he goes into those turns, but there's just water flying off the rail and he carries his speed so well, and then a solid finish.
What do you think is, well, we'll check this out first in slow motion, because I love the study of the rail work of Griffin Colapinto.
And Griffin, see how high he keeps his arm up? It's a little different than anyone else. And again, that angle of attack, and he keeps it above, so he gets a tighter arc, but somehow the length of the rail, so he's able to keep that leg straight, that front leg straight as he goes into this wrap. See there, it's straightened out, compresses the back leg, and he keeps that leg straight all the way through, and that's the length of the rail staying in the water.
He is with Griffin Colapinto. He's got a big lead in this. What's he got for us here? Opens up, just sluicing off the top, some speed here. He is flying down the line. Massive ollie, stomps that. That thing was huge. And finishes it with a big foam climb as well. I love it.
Gotta love the big slob grab. Take a look at it, Strider.
Here's a setup. He comes in, does a nice quick crack to set it up, identifies the stretching section, boosts, leaves the surface, grabs, and then just re-enters for a lip. I mean, that was just one of those things where the timing was so precise right here into it. A little bit of north wind, so catches it perfect.
Look at the grab, just touches the rail.
Click, grabs it, and then he's just leaning over that back foot, identifying the landing just so beautifully. Clicks back in.
Taps the tail.
I mean, really, come on, that was technically perfect.
Okay, does it go bigger than the 767? I certainly hope so.